In this episode, we're going to focus on generating high quality leads. So not just lead gen, but generating high quality leads. That's actually what I love to focus on. There are a lot of lead gen experts that really focus on high quantity but low quality leads. The strategy that you're going to learn in this episode will teach you how to turn off ads that generate the low quality leads. In fact, you'll have people that know you and trust you before you even talk to them. And by the end of this episode, you'll know my 5-ingredient formula. Let's dive right in. All right, the biggest difference in the high quality versus low quality leads is you either have a one-step video marketing process or a two-step video marketing process. So let me show you what I'm talking about here. I've broken it down into 2 stages. Okay, stage 1 is a video that builds a relationship. Stage 2 is a promo video that will sell, that will take people on that emotional journey about your product or about your service or about your expertise. Okay, so stage 2 is critical. Stage 2 is very, very important. You need to have promo videos, but the problem is this is what most people focus on and they skip stage 1. So what they do is they just take money and they pay to have people watch their promo videos, and that results in low quality leads. Okay, so if you want to generate high quality leads, you've got to do something first. You've got to have a video that will build a relationship first, and those people will come and they'll watch the video, but they already know you. They already trust you. So when they're watching your promo video, they're very, very interested. They're actually curious about what you offer and they're looking forward to it. So these people don't feel like they're being sold to even when they're watching the promo video. So with this low quality track, you've got to pay for that. With this high quality lead track, you've got to start with the questions. If you do research, you can actually find the questions that your target audience is asking when they go to Google and YouTube. If you dig deep and you spend a few hours, you're going to find hundreds and hundreds of very, very specific targeted questions that you know is your target audience. So what you do is you make an episode that answers one of those questions. So people who've never heard of you before, they do this search on YouTube, your video pops up and they think, wow, that's exactly what I was searching for. So they watch this video all the way to the end and they build a relationship with you. They appreciate you and they trust you. At the end of the video, they have a free gift and they go to your website to get that, and that's where they start to see a promo video. Now they're on your email list. Now they go to the home page and they enter a funnel where it's going to generate high quality leads. The best way that I've come up with to teach you this strategy is to use my tree analogy. Okay, so look at this tree here. It's got a broad trunk that goes out to branches, that goes out to the leaves. The trunk of the tree represents your core area of expertise. What is it that you help people with at its core? Now, all these branches are the different ways you can categorize that help, all the different things that you help people with, but the leaves represent the questions, okay, the very, very specific questions that your target audience is asking. So when you're looking at what type of video content should you make, you don't want to make videos on trunk topics. You don't want to make videos on branch topics. You only want to focus on the leaves, the leaf titles. Let me show you an example. Let's say you're a life coach. Okay, so life coaching would be the trunk of your tree. An example of a leaf would be how to manage work-life balance for a woman. Okay, see how specific that is? Now, I didn't make up that question. I actually did keyword research and I found the questions that have consistent search volume every single month. Let me show you another example I found. How to transition from teaching to another career. I mean, that's really, really specific. You know who the audience is. These are teachers, but are looking to change their career and they need help. They want to know how to make that transition. So you can do the same thing for you. You can look at your tree and you can find what are the questions that my target audience is asking. So ingredient number 1 of the leaf strategy is leaf titles. You've got to start with these leaf titles. Ingredient number 2 is the length of your videos. They need to be an average of 10 to 12 minutes in length. You don't want to make this short content that doesn't have enough time to build a relationship. You want to make content that people are searching for and have a question, and you want to have enough time to answer that question and to give them a whole bunch of value. Like right now, I'm looking into the lens of the camera, so you and I are making eye contact. And imagine having 10 minutes of that relationship building time where you're making eye contact with these people. So if we come back over here, you think about the questions people are asking. These are people who've never heard of you before, and they're spending 10 minutes here. They might go and watch a second video. So now they spent 20 minutes with you before they come and see one of your promo videos. This is extremely valuable. Ingredient number 3 deals with the average view duration, or you can look at it as average retention, okay? So let's say you have this 10-minute episode. YouTube will tell you how many people leave 10 seconds in, how many people leave 4 minutes in, and how many people watch all the way to the end. And when you look at the average, if you see your average is 50% or higher, then you know you're on the right track to have YouTube promoting your videos to more and more of your target audience. Now there's things that you can do at the beginning of the episode that will encourage people to watch all the way to the end. You can give them kind of a table of contents in a way that creates curiosity, but doesn't give away the answer. Don't just tell them how it works or what the answer is or how it happened, but let them know, I'm going to show you how this works, or you're going to learn how to do these things and what it really takes. So feel free to rewind this episode and listen to the hooks that I said at the beginning of the video. And you can critique me. You can ask, how compelling were these hooks? What desire did it create in you to want to watch this video all the way to the end? If you do a side-by-side comparison to a video that doesn't have hooks to one that does have hooks, it's drastic. I mean, I've seen 20% increase to 50 or 60% just by putting those hooks in the beginning. Ingredient number 4 is custom thumbnails. And for this, I just want to show you some examples. So here's my friend Chad Littlefield. I don't remember the title of this episode, but we actually designed 6 different thumbnail ideas that we could look at and decide which one creates curiosity. The same thing as those curiosity hooks. We need a thumbnail that creates that curiosity. So which one stands out to you? I mean, I look at the expression on B2 and I really like that. It's different. It's like showing emotion. Or in B1, it's like questioning, like, really, did this happen? So we don't want just a smiley face. We don't just want a portrait, but we want something that kind of piques our curiosity. And our amazing human brains are so good at like seeing the subtlest little change in our face that shows some emotion. So I look at B2 and I look at that expression and I like it. I see the word 6 ways to start, then I see the background. I don't know if that combination is the best. The expression in B2 is more of like stress and concern. So text that might go with that is like, why does this always happen? Now, I don't know what the title of the video is, so I don't know if that would be a good fit. Look at B1, look at the expression there, and what if the text was something like, CEOs never tell you this? I mean, so he's got this like surprise look, and it's something that, you know, it's a secret. You want to know, so it makes you compelled to want to click on it. Now, ingredient number 5 is you've got to launch 5 episodes every single week. Now, I know what you might be thinking. You might be thinking, I don't have time to become a daily YouTuber. You actually do, okay? And let me show you how. Of all the 50 different YouTube channels that I produce, every single one of them are very busy. They have businesses, they have families, they have lives, they serve in their community. Many of them own multiple businesses, so how in the world could they become a daily YouTuber? When you think about the type of video that you create when you're following these 5 ingredients, it doesn't take as much time. You're not filming all day long for a single episode. If your episode is going to be 10 to 12 minutes in length, you might be recording for 15 to 20 minutes, and then when you edit that down, it ends up being 10 or 12 minutes. And think about batching. Today, I'm filming 20 episodes. So I'm starting at 8 a.m. and I'm going probably till 4 p.m. In that time, I'm going to film 20 different episodes. And that means if I'm launching 5 episodes a week, I only have to do this once every 4 weeks. So why would you want to do this? Why would you want to create so much content for YouTube? What's the result that you can expect? The result is YouTube domination. And when you can have YouTube domination and rank at the top and you're getting thousands and thousands of views on this video, you're going to be generating high quality leads. That's why we want to do this. Every month you're going to be generating an increasing amount of high quality leads. Let me just show you an example of what YouTube domination looks like. Okay, so if you type in that question up in the search bar, pre-foreclosure cold calling objections, notice you'll see Nicole Espinosa. She's the short sell queen. She's in the top 2 listings. If you type in how to buy a house just by paying the taxes, notice you see Ted Thomas in the top 2 listings. Can I hire someone to help me write a book? You find Dan Good at the top. If you type in the question, how to grow your church congregation, you'll find Chris Abbott at the top. You also see him in number 3. Now this is where it gets a little bit advanced, but I wanted to show you what an example of YouTube domination looks like. This is a list of questions that my client Noel Randall wants to dominate on YouTube. And you see on February 10th, you see a whole bunch of no's, you see some startings, and you see a couple yeses. A no means if you search for this question on YouTube, she doesn't rank. A starting means you have to scroll down, but you find her eventually in the top 20. And a yes means you find her at the top, in the top 3, like those examples I shared. Well, once we found this branch where we found all these different leaf titles, she started filming and answering all these questions. So then if you look in April, you look in May, and you look in July, you see that those no's turn to yeses. We're getting more and more yeses. And so now she's totally dominating this branch on YouTube. Your business needs higher quality leads, and now you know how to get them. I want you to master this strategy. So I've created a mini course. The mini course is only $17. It's called the YouTube Lead Gen Blueprint. And if you go through this course, you can complete it in just a few hours. You're going to be able to implement these things and start generating these high quality leads in your business. I'm excited to go with you on this journey. Just go to youtubeleadgen.net. It's $17 and you can find out a lot more about that course on that page, youtubeleadgen.net. I'll see you there.